Hello all, it's Michelle with Michelle's Whimsy and Bling, back for our Christmas in August. Today we are doing the card set called Christmas Whimsy Card Kit. There are, I forgot how many there are. 9 cards? No, 8 cards and 8 envelopes. So you get the color instructions. And just like with all of our kits, you get everything you need. You get a block. This is, it's not ribbon. It's kind of like, it's like, I don't know, gold cording or something. And I already have some of the stamp sets, some of the stamps on blocks to make it quicker. But you get this. This is stars. I actually didn't use that. I wasn't really sure I was supposed to. You have Merry's Christmas to You, Season's Greetings, and then you have a snowflake one, which I did use. And then in this one, I thought this was so awesome. I think this is good for a inside sentiment, wishing you peace, joy, and love now and throughout the coming year. And I'm going to be using that on all of the insides of the cards that I have made with all of our Christmas kits so far in our Christmas in August. There's also these really, really pretty little blue kind of foil stars and snowflakes. And these were the tags. These are the ones that I have left after putting my cards together. And then of course our glue dots and also some foil stars, which we have a lot of extra on them. And of course the mini dimensionals. And this particular kit comes with these beautiful envelopes. Love that gold trim on the front and even on the back. They are just absolutely stunning in my opinion. So let me show you, and our ink spot, Night of Navy. And if you've been around a bit, you know that I will be using my big stamp pad, and I'll also be using my regular blocks. They're just easier for me to work with, and I tend to give away my blocks that come in the kits and also the ink spots that come in the kits too. So getting my stamps back on there. So these are the 2 cards that we will end up making in this kit. I mean, you know, how can I not do this kit? It's got whimsy in the name, and I'm all about the whimsy, and we got some bling going on. So we have this really cute little elf, I guess it's a girl, trimming up the tree, and I'm not sure, can you see? This is where the gold star went. So there they are. I will tell you, and I know you're not going to be surprised here, but me and this gold cording kind of stuff, it was a nightmare. So you're going to probably see me struggle when I demonstrate the 2 cards, so I'm sorry. And then here are the stars, those beautiful blue foil stars on here. They were just gorgeous. And then here we have the really cute little elf girls pulling the sleigh of presents, and it was really fun to stamp the snowflake background on there and then put the blue foil snowflakes on there. Again, this cording was actually easier, but I have a little trick to help you on making sure the cording stays behind the presents. So here are the cards. There's a reason I'm showing you this one. We have this one, we have this one, and we have the one that we're going to make today. And then we have this one. Does anybody see what's missing from this card? I do not have an elf girl. I'm missing it. Now, standard thing that I do, whatever kit I'm working on or paper pumpkin, I get all my stuff punched out, you know, tags, stickers, whatever, and I put it with the appropriate card base that it's going to go with. It helps me to be organized. I know I had 4 little elf girls, but when it came time to put the cards together, I could only find 3. So I saved one to use as our demonstration card. And then I looked at my 2 dogs and I said, which one of you decided to eat the little elf girl? I'm not sure which one ate it, but I'm thinking it was the younger one because he is quick on that if it drops. Uh-oh, I have a star that has decided to come off here. I'm not sure where you go, but we're going to put you right back there. So Even though this one has a little elf missing, I'm still kind of hoping that I find her, but if I don't, you know, looks a little bare there. I don't know. So let's get into this. This should be a relatively short video. And we need to go ahead and stamp our snowflake or snowflake stamp on the back. Or excuse me, stamp it as the background on our card base. Apparently words are really hard. And guess what I do not have? I do not have my paper here. You're just going to have to forgive me. It is well used right now. So remember, when you're inking up your stamp, tap, 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 not smush it. Because when you smush it, it tends to get too much ink on it. And you will not like how it stamps. Ask me how I know this. Because even though I tell you tap, 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 as I was working on some cards for another kit, another Christmas kit that I'm going to do a video for shortly. I was trying to use the word Mary from another one of our Christmas kits that I've already demonstrated for you guys. And guess who could not get her black ink to do right? Oh, that would be me. Yes, that would be me. And it's not that I was smushing it, but it just was not working out too good for me. All right, so now I need to go ahead, and if I could find my supplies that I just buried after showing you. See how that goes? Trust me, this is real life crafting with Michelle, but y'all knew that. That's why you're here. You're like, what crazy stuff is she gonna have today? All right, so let me get back to our directions here because I do not necessarily remember where they had us put the dimensionals. So here are the instructions, and they are in color. You know, usually no words unless they are telling you the length of the ribbon. So on this one, we are going to put one up here on her head, and then a couple down there. Oops. I don't know if y'all have a take a pick tool. This is the take a pick tool. It is my #1 favorite tool. #1. All right. Got a little glare there. It was a little challenging for me to make sure that these two dimensionals down at the bottom did not go over and end up showing. I think there may have been one when I was doing my samples that did, and I had to cut it just a little bit. You just really need to make sure that you get it in the fattest part of those legs, and you should be okay. But before I stick it down, I always turn it over just to make sure. Now I've got just a little bit there, and honestly I will cut that. I will attempt to trim it as best I can just because it will annoy me. Yeah, I am that way. All right, so then using our take, you don't have to use a take pick tool, but it is very easy to do it this way. You have to be just a little gentle on these mini dimensionals, but if you put the pokey end in, you can get the paper off of the dimensionals. You could also use your fingernails. Me and my fingernails have not been happy lately, so my take a pick tool comes in handy. You can also use your scissors, and honestly you can also use a pair of tweezers and just take it off like that. I have been successful in doing that. So there's a number of things that you can use to get those off. I really am hoping that I find my other elf, but I may not. All right, so there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do our star. Now, what I noticed when I was putting on this star, not every point of the star is exactly the same or even. I don't know if you can really see that. Yeah, I don't think you really can. I apologize. You just want to make sure that you line it up with the actual star here, because this particular leg right there is kind of longer, and I probably should have done the star before I put all the dimensionals on. So note to y'all, put the star on before you start putting the dimensionals on. It'll just make it easier, because there is not a dimensional underneath the star. So, all right, we need to stamp. Yeah, I lost my train of thought here. We need to stamp our greeting, which is Season's Greetings. And remember, we're gonna go tap, tap, tap. I just wanna make sure that everything has gotten ink on it, and put it in there. And that looks pretty good. Now, here's where, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a struggle. It just is gonna be a struggle. So they recommend cutting 8 inches of this ribbon, cording, I'm not really sure what you wanna call it. And did y'all know that the instructions come with inches, and I think that's what, centimeters over there? It's metric. That's all I know. It's metric. And I don't do metric, but I'll do some inches. And then we need to go ahead and, I believe, put some dimensionals on our label. We do. Oh, and we need our glue dots. So we need to have 2 dimensionals, and you really pay attention to where they're saying place it, because it is going to make a difference. And then we need to have the glue dots. You want to take the paper off the glue dots. Because your ribbon, cording, whatever this is called, is going to attach to those. So here's where we struggle, y'all. I found it easier to just put my ribbon and get it attached there. And I can tell it's not going to be even. And then do a little loop. I need to fix that. It has to be even, or at least more even than it was. All right, so we've got it on our glue dots. Then we come back here, we make sure that there's a little loop sticking out, and then we push the little tail into the other glue dot, and then we do the same thing. Make sure there's a little kind of loop, and that. Now, I'm going to take dimensional paper off, and on this one, it just is kind of working out. I'm going to make my 2 loops sit on that dimensional. Well, I thought it was, but I'm also going to go ahead, because I do have extra, I'm going to go ahead and use these glue dots so that I have good adherence to my card. So, all right, here we are. And I'm probably gonna trim, yeah, let's go ahead and trim these off so they're not really hanging off that much. I don't know about y'all, but you probably need to have 2 sets of scissors. 1 set of scissors to cut ribbon, and the other to cut paper, dimensionals, etc. Because for the longest time, I just used 1, and when it would come time to cut my ribbon suffered because I could not get a clean cut on it. And especially if the ribbon is fine, you definitely want to get a clean cut. All right, so here they're saying that we should use 5 of the stars. These stars are so pretty. But, you know, you could use as many as you want or not any at all. It all is up to you. And I can tell that I'm not even following where to place them. And there you have it. You fold it in half. And I usually fold it in half before I start, and I forgot. And there you have one cute little elf trimming the tree. So the next one is going to be our elf card, where we have 2 elves, and this one actually does have 2 because I saved it. So I'm going to fold that in half. And the first thing that we're going to do, just like the last card, is take out our snowflake stamp and randomly stamp snowflakes around this. Now, you'll notice I am turning my stamp. Uh-oh. Got a little ink on my side of my block. Right there. I am turning my stamp every time I use it so that it's not all the same. Now let's see, can I cover that up? Yeah, not really. Oops, now I have ink on my fingers. Y'all. Again, what do I call it? Real life crafting with Michelle. If there's a way to make a mess, we are gonna make a mess. So now we need to go back to our other diagram. And we need to put dimensionals on these 2 elves. So have you all started to make your Christmas cards? I like to get ahead, but I will be honest with you, these are the only cards that I have made. If it was in a kit and I could do it for you, then that's what I did. So I honestly need to get thinking about what stamp sets I want to use for my Christmas cards. Last year I used a couple different ones. This year I'm not really sure which one I'm going to use. We're going to pause for a moment because I will forget otherwise. I cannot open this up for you because it does not go live until I think September 6th. So it comes live sometime next week. All I can show you is the front, but what I can tell you is it is a spectacular mini holiday catalog. All of the paper, all of the specialty paper, it is simply gorgeous, simply gorgeous. I've seen most of it in person, and I'm afraid to tell you, I was kind of drooling. It was so gorgeous. The fall paper, oh my stars, I'm like, oh, gotta have it. The Christmas paper, oh, it's just gorgeous, just simply gorgeous. So hopefully I'll be able to make a card from some of the goodies I got from this, and I can show it to you before the catalog goes live. Now, if you have not gotten a catalog, you can go ahead and send me an email to whimsyandbling@gmail.com. Put in the subject line catalog, and I will get back with you to get all your pertinent details, and I will send you a catalog. You will want a catalog. You will want to be able to drool over all of the beautiful fall products and the Christmas. There's even some New Year stuff in there and a little bit of Valentine's Day, something like that. Some of the other holidays that kind of come soon after. All right, so this one gets 2 elves, and we are going to stamp our Merry Christmas to you. And y'all, do not forget that, okay, we are done with our ink. We know we want to close it up, otherwise we're going to make a mess. Don't forget that you have until the end of this month, August 2023, to save on all of the kits. Some of them are up to 30% off and is such a deal. And honestly, I think I'm probably going to go in and order a couple more kits like the Robot Buddies. Oh my, I have liked that kit since, I've liked the Robot Buddies like forever and I have yet to get it. So I went and cut 8 inches out instead of looking in the directions. Don't do as I do, do as the directions say, and only cut 3 inches. So let's go back and only cut 3 inches of our beautiful cording. Now remember, if you have any extra supplies left from your kits, you can always use them on your other cards, whether they be Christmas cards or not. All right, so this one is the 3 inches, and we're going to thread it through there. And what I did is I ended up going back. I think I used a glue dot, so let's get that ready. I ended up going back, gently lifting off just the top of the present stack, putting that twine, I don't want it to all show, putting that on my dimensional, and then putting a glue dot on there so that there was still enough sticky left. And then it stays. And guess what? I'm so busy yakking right now with y'all that I can't even follow my own instructions here. This tag needed some dimensionals. Oy. All right, so there we are. And now we have our snowflakes to put on here. And how about we put one right there, and one there, and one over here. These are so pretty, so pretty. And one more. Where shall we put the other one? How about we put it down here? All right, there you go. We have just made, oh, wait a minute, we are not done yet. I need to go back and do this to the other cards that I made, I think. Sorry for about the dogs. They probably have heard a leaf fall in Rhode Island is what I usually like to say. So we're going to go ahead and use this stamp that came with the kit, wishing you peace, joy, and love now and throughout the coming year. So I want to make sure I got it nice and inked, and I did. And this one is going that way, so we can go ahead and put that there. And put this here. Also, I am thinking about doing a paper share from all of the paper in the new catalog, the new mini catalog that came out, where you would get part of all of the paper that is in there. I haven't worked out all the details, but I am thinking about doing that. And if I get everything worked out, then I will definitely go ahead and let you guys know. Thank you for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Also, another little thing that I am working the details out on is to do a giveaway to some of the YouTube subscribers, because y'all have really helped my channel grow, and also to my Facebook followers. You are helping my channel grow over there. But the giveaway would be you would get some of all of the kits that we have gone over, all of the 4 Christmas kits. And by the way, I have a 5th one that I'm going to do a video on. It's the Festive Tags kit that just came out earlier this month. It came out after I had already determined what I was going to do Christmas in August. Anyway, so we'll be doing a video for that soon. But when I have the details worked out about the giveaway, I'll go ahead and I'll do a video and share that information with you. Until next time, remember, be whimsy and add bling. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.